Good afternoon, my dear students. In the previous class, I covered some basic concepts on operating system. Now again, I'm going to discuss some other basic concepts in operating system. So, in this class, in this class, I'm going to discuss components of OS, operating system, functions of operating system, types of operating system, and command line tools. These four basic concepts of operating systems will be discussed here. So, the three elements of an operating systems. Number one, user interface. The part of operating systems that we interface with computer system. So number two, kernel. The core of the operating system which interact with the BIOS at one end and the UI, user interface, at the other end. BIOS means basic input output system. Again, third component of the operating system is file management system, which organizes and manages files for entire computer systems. So in the previous class also I am discuss functions of operating system. So mainly lots of functions done by operating system. So the basic functions are, again I remind you, file management, application management, built-in utility programs, control of computer hardware, process management, memory management. These are the basic functions of the operating system. So file management means managing files and directories in the computer system. Application management means lots of application programs are run in the computer systems. So which application run when, what type of application installed there, and what is the specification needed. That type of management is done in application management. Then built-in utility programs. So utility programs, utility softwares like antivirus, device driver, these are also managed by operating system. Next, control of computer hardware. So main job of the operating system is, that it is an interface between the user and computer hardware. So user means it also lots of layer application program, system program, and it interact with the computer hardware. So it controls the computer hardware. And process management. So if we look at the computer system, so each program is executing state. So program in execution is nothing but process. So lots of processes are running in the computer system. So which process, when run, how schedules them, which will be the prefer fast, then everything is managed by operating system. Then memory management. So in memory management is the resource management also. So how based on that computer become fast. If computer manages memory properly, then we get greater throughput. So virtual memory management, main memory management, everything is done by operating system. So then other basic services, an operating system that provided lots of services both the users and to the programs. So number one, it provides programs an environment to execute. So program to be executed, it provides environment, and ultimately it is process. Number two, it provides users the service to execute the program in convenient manner. Above all, following are few common services provided by an operating system: program executions, input output operations, file system manipulations, communications, error correction and detections, resource allocations, protections. These are the basic functions, basic services that provide by an operating systems to the computer system. Next come to types of operating system. There are so many types of, so many categories of operating system. So single user operating system, so one user work with the computer at a time. Multi-user, two or more user works with the computer at the same time. Multitasking, two or more process running at the same time. Multi-threading, two or more parts or component of the same process running at the same time. These are different categories, different types of operating system. Next, PC operating system. So PC means personal computer operating system. So here we may consider Microsoft Windows, Macintosh operating system, Unix, Linux. So if we consider MS Windows versions, so non-professional versions, Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows Millennium. Next, professional business versions, Windows NT, Windows 2000s. The two lines came together in the Windows XP, etc. Next, if we see DOS operating system. So this operating system is known as DOS. It is command-based operating system, and it is single-user operating system. The first PC operating system, which was introduced as DOS in 1981, not a multitasking operating system. Only one program could run at a time in DOS operating system. A command line interface, no graphical user interface here, only command based operating system. Command works, only some commands are given to the operating system, they need to do out. Early version of Windows set on the top of DOS and use it to communicate with the BIOS. Windows XP communicates directly with the BIOS but allows commands to be entered via command prompt. Now come to file systems. A file is a collection of bytes of informations treated as a single unit. So what is file? File is actually some memory area which stores collection of bytes of informations, and it is named as a single unit name, that is the file name. Number 2, it gives a name to make it easy to find and use later. So that user can find easily their informations stored in file. So a file name is given. The file system keeps track of where a file is actually residing on a disk. So it may be hard disk, it may be memory, main memory, it may be ROM. So file system keeps track where files is actually stored. A disk, hard disk, floppy, optical disk is subdivided into directories or folders. So ultimately directories or folders means lots of files are combined and constructed a directories or folders. So in folder lots of files are stored. So file system in the top level of the folder on a disk is known as root. Root is nothing but top level folder on a disk. The root is generally subdivided into subfolders. So subfolders means root, again we divided subfolders, subdirectories. And any folder or subfolder can contain files in other folders. So folder under folders you can store lots of files are stored in a single folder or single subfolder. It is actually a hierarchy structure. The fully qualified file name includes the path name of the file and path to the folder in which it resides. So path name, path means through which we can get the files from top level to bottom level. That means here you see in C drive there is a folder course, then again there is a folder 061, again CIT 1041, again chapter 4, PPT is a file. So these are folders. So in this way, this is nothing but a path. So chapter 4, when we detect chapter 4, we go through this file, this path name. So again, Windows registered file types. So now we are discuss what type of files are used by Windows operating system. A particular file extension can be registered and associated with a particular program. So different application programs use different files with each extension. So how we represent files? So suppose MS Word text files, then documents files, then docx files are associated with MS Word. XLSX files are associated with MS Excel. .txt files are associated with Notepad. HTML files are associated with IE. .ppt files are associated with PowerPoint presentations. This type of extension, how we identify the files. This is how Windows know what to do when double click on a file on my computer. File attributes. Each file has 4 attributes which can be viewed or set on. 4 attributes are actually there are 4 attributes through which you can represent a file. Number 1, read only. Read only means file may be viewed, copied and execute but not changed. It can be deleted. Next, hidden. File will not be displayed in normal list of files. Then file will be hidden. Hidden mode. Then systems. File is identified to belong to systems. Could not be messed with. System files. Then archive. File is a candidate for backup. For backup, archive files are stored. So DOS command. If this operating systems, we know DOS is this operating system, this command based operating system. So two types of commands, internal and external. Internal commands and external commands. Internal commands are resident in the main kernel file, command.com or cmd.exe. This type of files are internal files which are stored in kernel core of the operating system. External commands are separated little programs. So external file commands are actually works in user level mode. So it's important to learn DOS command because we can write script to execute a set of commands automatically. So to run DOS operating system, we must learn different commands. For example, we go command prompt, then automatically ctype under program files about, and here we can by default we can create, delete files, we create directories, we copy files. Sometimes everything we can do through some commands. 3 parts of DOS command. So there are lots of command in DOS. So basic 3 parts is command name, xcopy, switch, this type of, and parameters. So command name, switch and parameters consist as a whole DOS command. And DOS wildcard characters. So character, question mark and star can be used to affect multiple files with single command. So these characters are also known as wildcard characters. So the question means any single characters. For example, copy c temp notes question mark dot d temp means copy any word file that begins with the word notes with exactly 2 other characters like notes 01.docs, notes ab.docs, etc. The star wildcard replaces any number of characters. So the style wildcard replaces number. For example, copy c temp notes dot star d the temp. Copy all files with the name notes and any extensions. So copy star dot doc c colon slash temp. Copy all files with a doc extension in the current directory. At the command prompt, a drive letter and a colon that makes that our current drive. So cd sense directory, cd with no parameter reminds us what the current directory is. Cd double dot moves you to parents of the current directory up one level. Cd slash moves you to root of the current drive. Cd some directory makes you sense the current directory. md commands is used for make directory. rd commands is used for remove the directory or an entire directory. dir displays the content of a directory. Del or erase deletes one or more files. Copy places a copy of files in a different folder. Xcopy flexible copy command used for copying large groups of files, commonly used for files backup. Modus commands, moves commands helps to move files from one folder to another. Ren renames files. Attrib displays or set of files attributes. Format a disk. Format command is used to format a disk. Check disk dsk test the file system on a disk and report status. So even more, dates and time displays set of current dates and times in the PC. Types displays content of the text files. Now thank you. I think some basic concept of operating systems is covered by this class. So again we will meet in the next class. Thank you.